The Six Nations kicks off with Wales travelling to Paris to take on France on Friday night, and we thought we'd get a Welsh perspective on this year's tournament from friend of the show and the proudest Welshman we know, Andy Powell's on the phone. How are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. Yourself?
I'm good.
Good, Powley. Set the scene. Where are you? What are you up to? Are you driving? Are you walking? Are you flying? Are you swimming?
Are you in a boozer?
Set the scene.
Mate, I'm sat in a lay-by on a fag. Just dropped the kids off. Oh, mate, it's fantastic. It's great. Just puffing a nice little fag out. Feel great.
Mate, do you not feel great when you drop the kids off? That's what I do as well. I mean, I drop the kids off and generally go to the gym. I mean, you're having a cigarette. You're probably the better man than me.
Mate, I'm just on the way back. I've got a nice meeting now in Brecon Rugby Club about next year. So hopefully chuck a bit more dollar at me and I'll be happy, man.
So what's happening then? So Wales, they're not keen to get you into the system and the national team just yet, so you're hoping to stay around at Brecon? Bit more scrap in there, isn't there?
Mate, I don't think I'll ever go to Wales. It's too clicky for my liking. I just like, the proper rugby, what it's meant to be, and that's what it is, isn't it?
And Brecon, you haven't lost a game this year, have you?
We're good at the minute. We're 12 and 12. So things are going good, mate. Things are good.
What's the formula? What's the formula there, Powley?
Mate, just team spirit. Have a beer after the game. You know what it's like. You know what it's like during with Saracens. That's sort of, not that level, but it's like that for every team, isn't it? You know, I think if you can get the morale in the camp and boys having a good laugh and, you play for each other then, don't you?
Any beers before the game as well? That was always good.
Oh, I can, but the boys don't, no.
Powley, mate, talking about ruggers, then we'll get into it. Wales' chances, and I said this in terms of where I think Wales might finish. A lot of people are talking them up. I look at the fixture list they've got. I actually think they might struggle this year, just in terms of where they finish. What do you reckon? Gatland does seem confident, of course. What do you reckon?
I think he's good to be confident, but I think France first game is going to be a massive ask. But you never know. If we go out there and get a win, confidence will be up. But I think they're going to be the side to beat. I think they're under the radar, but it's going to be a tough ask to go to Paris and win.
And looking at the team, obviously Halfpenny's out. Will Liam Williams definitely play at fullback, or is Anscombe going to move back there and someone else play 10? What are the rumours?
I think Liam Williams will play fullback myself. He's good in that position. He's more of a threat as well. So. But, we've got a few injuries like any other side, so, we'll give it our best shot. And
then looking at a position and an area of the game that you know better than most, the back row, obviously Faletau and Jenkins are both out. How do you see the balance of the back row going? Moriarty stepping in at 8. Who's going to play at 6 or 7 as well?
Well, I'd probably put Ross at 8. I'd probably go Navidi at 7, and I'd probably put Wainwright at 6. I think line-out options as well. I don't know if Tipuric fit?
That is a good question. Thomas Young, has he got a sniff?
Yeah, mate, I think he's been outstanding. He's been the informed player for Wasps, and, it's about time they give him a chance. I'd probably put him on the bench.
Mate, definitely. What are your memories as well, Paddy? So 10 years ago, 2009 Six Nations, you played for Wales at the Stade de France. Any memories of that day, but more importantly, the night out?
Well, mate, I didn't have a bad game.
Did you win or lose?
Well, we lost, yeah. So cheers for that, mate. Yeah.
But you played well.
That's all, mate. You know what it's like. It's a tough place to go. The crowd get on your back, and they had a great side at the time. But I think the French side, what they got at the minute, I think is unknown. It could be world beaters, but you never know with the French. They had 2 bottles of red wine before the night out. So.
And is George North's dad going to be jumping on the field again?
Well, if they win, probably, yeah, 100%.
All right, Powley, thank you very much for joining us, mate.
Cheers, buddy. We'll have to catch up soon.
We certainly will, my friend. We certainly will.
We need another Guinness night. Get Goody on him.
Exactly
oh,
that.
God.
We do, mate. Don't mention Goody. He's had 40 Guinnesses this weekend, mate, and his kidney is literally popping out of his belly button at the minute.
He's looking well.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you, bud. Cheers,
Powley.
Powley.
Take care, lad.
Cheers,
mate.
Go on the Brecon.
That's Powley saying you're looking well as he's in a lay-by smoking a cigarette. That's your level, Goody, now. Good on you, Powley.